This is the On Call Podcast, your home for sports, news, pop culture, tech, and the obscure. And of course, your host, Michael Meyer.
All right. Welcome back. Another week. Another couple cents. Uncle Sam's getting rich on us. And this is the On Call Podcast. Mike versus Zach, which I didn't even write down the totals. I got last week's totals.
Yeah, that's probably for the best because nothing good happened last week.
Hold on here. And I'm still up, but not by much. So, last week, counting spreads, I was 7-7.
Well,
You were 8-6.
oh,
Yeah,
I started out like 0-6. I'm pretty sure.
You didn't start out strong, but you made up for it. I think it was the Baltimore game. What was the Monday night game? I have that too. Oh, we both got that one wrong. That was Buffalo and Titans.
Yeah.
But you finished strong. Seattle, Dallas, Vegas, Arizona, Kansas City, and the Rams. So like, you nailed 6 out of 7 to finish the week.
Okay.
So, I mean, you got hold on to it. Hold on to it. Now, the Browns game just kicked off.
My gut said Cleveland, and then my heart led and said Broncos. Got somebody rooting for, and off to a bad start.
I went for the Broncos because the entire fucking team, when I had already decided in my brain, everyone's sitting out. I didn't realize that Landry would be active because the early indications were, although active from the IR, he would not be playing. Odell was on the inactive list. And, of course, old rubber labrum Mayfield's out. So, first drive down, Case Keenum looks like a fucking MVP. There's probably going to be offers for him tomorrow.
And Dearness Johnson looks just as good as Hunt and Chubb. Yeah.
So
3 carries for 31 yards and a score in the first drive.
So it's probably pretty safe that we're going to lose that one, if I'm being honest with you.
Probably.
So, M and Z, I'm going to have to make a sheet here so I can actually, because I'm freehanding this. And it's clear that it's freehand. I'm going to have to double space, make an Excel sheet, one of those. And every time I'm doing well, someone says something like, Nicole, every time that I've drawn these lines, she goes, shit, that's straight as hell. And then next line, crooked. Your favorite team is on a bye week this week, right?
Yes.
Your Steelers. That's good for Ben. His stroking arm is off. He needs to recover. So how do you feel about Big Ben? You think he's the future?
The future as in the rest of the season? Or the future as in what?
Do you think he goes beyond the season?
No, absolutely not. No matter what. If we win the Super Bowl, he's done. Even if he turns it around and plays well, I think this is it.
Do you guys have, for one I've read, you have 0 planned next, right? There's not another.
The draft / Aaron Rodgers, wink, wink. Him and Tomlin's love fest.
Nobody. Yeah, I mean, that's an upgrade to the nth degree.
Yep. But I will say Ben looked the best. He looked all season 2 weeks ago. And then last week looked even better in the first half and then fell apart. But I'm hoping that maybe it was a health thing is part of why he wasn't as accurate, and that maybe he's feeling a little better in the hips, and because he and a lot of people were saying that his upper half and lower half weren't on the same page.
Has he got that Josh Allen thing going on where it's just like hips and arm aren't in sync?
Yeah, so I'm hoping that the hips are what were causing the problem, the pain, and then now that the hip pain is going away, I'm hoping that'll fix it. I don't necessarily believe that's the case. I just hope that's the case.
Do me a favor and point that mouthpiece down a little bit.
Okay.
There you go. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That one is. I had that microphone before, and it is truly dependent on angle. And
Yeah,
that's perfect right
I don't
there.
necessarily think that is what the problem is, but I'm just hoping that's what the problem is, because the best case for Pittsburgh is that it's a health thing and he gets healthy, or it's a small mechanical issue that he fixes. Because if he's just done, he's done, and you can't fix that.
And Dewey is not your answer. Although I'm surprised they haven't reverted back to him when Ben struggles.
Who?
No, Dewey. They put Dewey Haskins in.
Oh.
At least he's got a fucking live arm. I don't think Mason can throw it 50 yards.
Yeah, but I don't know if mentally Dwayne Haskins is in a good spot right now.
It can't be any worse than what the Pittsburgh Steelers put up with Big Ben for years in his stripper ways. Crashing super bikes, raping girls.
I was talking about just mentally ready to play football. I wasn't even talking about off the field stuff.
Okay. My bad.
I just think he's a little broken from being benched and traded, and
Is that to Ernest again? Is that an 8-yard rush through traffic? Man, turns out the Browns have as deep of a running back staff as the Bears, who, I know they lost. I saw a lot of bright signs. I follow so many Bears Twitter people. I got to watch essentially the whole all-22 game. It's pretty cool to watch that super eagle view down and from the angle up. So it's like the broadcast plus 50 feet looking down at the whole field. Field's, I think, the real deal. But, man, there's a lot of people that hate black quarterbacks. So, if you're on Twitter, there are so many people that are never going to be Justin Fields fans because he's black. And he's all black, like his mom and dad both. So, the white guys aren't going to be like, well, he's half white.
And he has, he's mobile, so he can't even be like, oh, he's one of the smart ones who's a pocket passer.
Yeah, he's
one of the good ones.
One of the good ones. I'm hoping, I'll take a Randall Cunningham.
Yeah,
ran when you have to, but rocket of an arm.
And the peak of the racism thing is when people are like, well, Teddy Bridgewater's mobile. No, he's not.
He is not.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins isn't mobile.
Nope.
There are black quarterbacks who are not mobile, but people see that they're black and they're like, oh, he can run.
Speaking of mobile
Look at
black
all that
quarterback.
melanin.
Where's PJ Walker playing? Did you watch the XFL?
He was a stud in the XFL. He got a little bit of time to play for the Panthers.
That's it. Is he
And
still on the Panthers
really
team, or did he
good.
get fired?
I don't know.
I think he might be on the
He's
practice
still in the
squad.
league, I know, but I don't know who he's the backup for.
Tyree Jackson was drafted too, and he was another black quarterback who
Converted tight end now
Tyree Jackson is
for the Eagles.
Is he? Good for him.
He's going to play tight end this week.
He was the fastest quarterback in Madden 21. And he deserved to be. He was a Buffalo Bills nobody. So I would, in Madden in the franchise, I would pick him up. And I would use him as my mobile quarterback. Not agile, but fast. He ran like a 4.4, 4.5. He was fast as fuck. Rocket of an arm. Can't aim it for shit. It was like watching Josh Allen's rookie season. He didn't do well. And he didn't even do well on the XFL, so, I mean, that's kind of your sign. P.J. Walker looked bad he looked bad, like a good bad. He looked like a bad man in the XFL.
He was good. Him and, who was the receiver in the XFL that was like a stud?
I'm surprised Josh Gordon didn't go.
I can't remember, white guy. White receiver. I can't remember who it was, but he was like so good and then couldn't make it in the NFL.
Wait, did he have that gym rat moniker like the Amendolas?
No, he was a deep threat.
Oh, man, Landry's got hands on him,
He
though.
was an athlete.
So every take that I've taken so far has been wrong prior to the game.
Hands are an important asset of a receiver. A receiver without hands would not be very good.
What if... So, if Baker is out for like 2 weeks and Case Keenum is just like killing it, is Baker bench in the... Or what?
If Baker's out again next week and Keenum balls out, it could be really bad for Baker because they play Pittsburgh and they know they have a good defense. So like if they come out there and like Pittsburgh stops the run and Keenum just throws for like 400 or something, that could be bad for Baker.
Is this just a really good system team? Who's this, Stefanski?
The team's good. The offensive line's good. The running backs are good. The receivers are good. I mean,
Denver's got like a top 7 defense.
They've been struggling recently, though.
Von's old. Yeah, I guess the defense has struggled. Didn't one of their players fucking rip his hamstring off his body? Surtain, right? Patrick Surtain the third? Junior?
The third junior. Oh, no.
The poor cameraman is out.
That wasn't a good pass.
Well,
What we got for the next game?
The next game, Bengals at the 6.5 point favorite Baltimore Ravens. I will go Baltimore. I don't think Cincy's as real as mainstream media portrays.
Same. I'll go Baltimore.
Next one, though. I don't want to root for my brain. I would rather go with my heart. Washington football team.
The Packers.
At the 7.5 point favorite.
Packers.
As you see from all this Bears stuff and my nice orange lights now instead of the blue ones. Aaron Rodgers owns all that. Huh? That's sad. Green Bay. God damn it. It sucks. I don't know. It hurt. It was a rough game to watch. And I feel like a lot of it was schemed, not the team. They were in a position to win. You were here for the game. We watched the Bears trounce them on like a couple of different drives. And it was just like the other parts of the game just fell apart. It's so awful. So fucking awful. Next. A team that's been circulating the news lately.
The Fins.
The Fins, 2.5 point favorite Falcons at Miami Dolphins. I'm going to take Miami. Tua looks really good. He threw for he threw over 300, 2 touchdowns. They need to redeem themselves against Jacksonville.
I'm going to go with Atlanta. They're coming off the bye week. Miami's floundering, so he just had 2 weeks to prepare.
Floundering. Let's keep it on the C theme.
Yeah.
Now, in the media discussions, they're saying that Miami, by the deadline, they said by this week, well, tomorrow's Friday, Deshaun Watson will be on the Miami Dolphins. I sent you the one article from the one guy's like, oh, insiders saying that's bullshit. It might be completely made up. But the Dolphins, Deshaun talk has been going on since the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
The thing is, they want him, but early in the preseason, they wanted some sort of commitment that if he got in legal trouble, they could get out of it. Which just to me is gonna have to be draft pick protections.
There should be some sort of voidable thing in some way, shape, or form.
And it might be something as simple as we give you I don't know, 3 firsts, and if he plays X amount of games for us next year, you get 3. If he plays X amount next year, you get 2, and then 1, so on and so forth.
Something. I'm with you. Something has to be done.
But then also on top of that, the rumor that they're also then going to flip to in the 3-way trade to Washington. It's like, oh wow, you're committing to Watson, because if Watson is going to be in legal trouble, you don't have anyone left.
You can't revert back on that one. And look, Case Keenum breaking down to get past the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard rush, 1.5 yards. 4th down, Case Keenum 6 of 7, 72 yards. I mean, honestly, that's very Baker Mayfield-esque. You can throw an accurate ball. Keenum's not a bad quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably take him right now.
I would absolutely take him over Ben.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So there's 2 games that we disagree on so far. Oh no, just one. Miami Atlanta. Next one. Jets at 6.5-point favorite. New England Patriots. I'm taking New England.
Give me the Jets to cover.
Oh, well, we're betting on covers. We have to now. Let's see. I'm taking New England, and you're taking the Jets.
I don't think they win, but I just don't.
It's okay. Okay.
I don't think that New England can score enough points to blow them out.
I just saw the
Which they might only need 7. I don't know.
I just saw the status show that New England lost at home the first 4 home games for the first time since like 2001 or 91. It's one of those. It's a crazy stat. Like,
you know what the crazy stat for New England is right now? Jacoby Myers has 0 career touchdowns.
Doesn't he have like the longest in history of touches without a touchdown?
He has had a solid year last year. Has been great this year. And to go beyond this, he has 0 career touchdowns in college.
No kidding.
He never scored in college either.
He's on my fantasy team.
He hasn't scored a touchdown since high school. It's been a minute.
All right, let's
I want to pull up his college stats to see how. Because I mean, if he's a pro, he probably had an absurd amount of yards. And then to add insult to injury, he had a 35-yard touchdown last week, get called back due to holding.
I'll bring up the Chrome tab there for people to see it. Jacoby Myers. So people can see. Bam, Jacoby Myers, wide receiver.
Oh, there's
the New England Patriots.
The pro
That's his. I'm just
ball reference down there. We can see what his career yardage and receptions are without a touch.
Well, 0 T's right there. 0 tighties.
What does he have this year totals? Does it say?
Receiving, that's upcoming by 4. That's passing. Why did they not have totals on there? Here we go. Total for his career it's 1434, no touchdowns.
How many receptions?
121.
I mean, that's what? Like what?
Let's just look up Jacoby Myers touchdown. Oh wait.
They're saying that his was wiped out by
penalty.
wiped out. He scored a 35-yard touchdown last week, and they said nope, holding.
It's historic. Yeah, so I say I know it's something special. God, Jesus. Jacoby Myers far exceeded expectations. That's the one they called back.
110 plus catches in his first 35 games without seeing a touchdown.
That is gnarly.
It's not good.
So now we saw that. Now you said no touchdown catches in college. Oh, what the fuck? Twitter? So I would like to see if he...
Here's college stats right here. Oh, no, he had touchdowns.
Yeah. All right.
So it's just the NFL. He hasn't touched him. Well, I'd tell somewhere he hadn't scored in college either. But that is not factual.
A damn ESPN Twitter page and everything is always off. I got to work on your lighting. I look so fucking good. And you're so dark.
Maybe it's just you're glowing.
It's this light. It's this light.
You're just glowing.
I'll spend another $40 for that light for you. It looks really nice, though. It does give a good hue.
Back-to-back differences.
Yeah, it's getting to a real competition
We
now.
don't agree on the AFC
This one I think we're going to agree on. 2.5 point favorite Panthers at the New York Giants. I'm taking Carolina. I think they win by a field goal. I think they take 3.
Yeah.
Because as of now, I think Tony's still out.
Tony's out. Galladay's most likely out. Slayton is 50-50.
Shepard's back. Right. So
But yeah, give me the Panthers. Also,
not for lack of trying to give it to the Giants, but I just don't. It's my fantasy team is ravaged by injuries. On my ESPN team, 5 of my 13 players are on injured reserve, but they're too good to take off because if they come off.
I know my dad in my family league has Russell Wilson, Christian McCaffrey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who are all on IR. And then I know he has Gallup too, and he has one other guy who's hurt. It's just like, ugh. I know he has Julio and Galladay on that team also, who both might miss again this week. But a lot of guys you can't really comfortably drop.
Julio's back. A.J. Brown's out, though.
Really?
I think it's what I just was on the ESPN wire. All right. Next one. The 5-point favorite Chiefs at Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee. Fuck it. I think they're just going to I think, unlike the AFC Championship that they did a couple years ago, I think Tennessee's going to commit to it, and they're just going to fucking ram it down Kansas City's throat. What a fucking catch.
Cortland Sutton's good.
Sutton's good.
That was a great throw, too, though.
It was on the
He
money.
placed it
Was
to
that
where
Bridgewater?
only his guy can get it. Look at this.
Like
I mean, that's a perfect throw.
like I heard Justin Fields keep saying, if I can see the back of his helmet, he's open. The first touchdown pass that Justin Fields ever threw to Jasper Horsted, he's just like, I saw his back of his helmet. I threw it at him.
Yeah.
He can't see the ball if I can see the back of his helmet. Yeah, you know what I mean? I do feel kind of bad because Justin Fields keeps getting shit on because that time he said that the game was moving kind of slow for him. That gets brought up a lot. And then what else happened? Allen Robinson was running down a seam, just wide open. He was wide open. He's like, it was a naked boot. I didn't even. Yeah, and he's like, he repeated it, and he's like, appreciate you. He's like, just iced him out. He's like, why? So the Kansas City Chiefs, who are known to not cover the spread,
They broke it last week.
Yeah, they're still what? So they're what, 2-5?
Like two out of the last like 18 games. Or 2 of the last 19. They're like 2-17 in the last 19 games. But give me Kansas City to go to 3-17 or 19 or whatever it is.
Woo!
I don't like betting against Patrick Mahomes. It gives me.
I know. I don't bet against him to lose.
I don't bet against him at all.
Now this one is almost impossible to bet on. Lions at the 15.5.
Gosh,
Let's see. Hold on.
We're
Let's see if it
entering these
changed.
games now, aren't we?
Yeah, there's a couple of these. Let me pull up DraftKings real quick to see what it changed to.
Give me the Rams. I think the Rams cover.
I don't know what happened to this game. So I wrote this up at 5:30 before you came here. The spread went to 7. It went from 1.5 to 7.
Oh, in favor of Cleveland? Is that a live bet, though?
Yeah.
'Cause it
It's
probably
the
changes
spread.
up.
It's a spread.
Yeah, but it
But it
changes,
changes.
as
Okay.
the game
Oh, okay.
goes. So now they're basically like, after they watch it, the live.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's live betting.
Yeah.
So let's see. Rams, Lions, 15.
As far as the three massive games, give me
the under.
The Rams to take it by the 3 scores they need.
Shit.
I'm going to take the Texans cover. I don't feel good about it, but 17.5 is too much for any team. You can kill a team and win by 17.
So you're taking Houston at 17.5?
Yeah, I don't feel good about it. And then
Bears, Bucks.
And then give me Tampa. I know it sucks, but the difference between Tampa and Arizona, I think, is Tampa won't stop.
They don't take their foot off the gas because Bruce Arians has a vendetta against Chicago.
Well, plus they just don't anyway. They have too many guys they need to keep healthy and keep happy in that wide receiver room and stuff. Brady has to throw 4 touchdowns to keep everyone happy.
The year that the Bears hired Matt Nagy, Bruce Arians applied for that head coaching job.
Bears should have hired him.
I don't know what happened in that interview.
Your offense would look a lot better had you signed Arians.
I'm honestly, at this point, I feel like if they'd have hired BA, Trubisky would probably still be our fucking quarterback.
He looked good, though.
He would look, yeah.
That's the thing is he probably would be, but he'd look good.
Yeah, he wouldn't just be check down Mitch.
No, he'd have been chucking it.
So let's see. You took the Rams.
Or scarier thought, when did Nagy get hired? This is before Arians is in Arizona, right?
He was still in Arizona when Nagy got hired. His contract was expired with Arizona.
Okay. What year though?
2017. It's year 4. Nope. 2016. It's year 5 of Nagy's contract.
So before Trubisky was drafted.
In the offseason, Nagy got hired after Trubisky got drafted.
Oh, so Trubisky was already there?
He was already, correct. He was already signed.
I didn't say scarier thought. Bruce Arians wants the gunslinger.
He'd have taken Mahomes. He would have drafted Mahomes probably.
Oh, yeah. That's right up Arians' alley. That's a terrible throw.
That was a shitty fucking throw. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that duck there, but as soon as it reached it was like a terminal velocity and it shook and it just died.
It'd be scary if you could wake up another day and Bruce Arians
led
before Trubisky and they get
Biscuit, Mahomes. Yeah, the record-setting offense of Chicago. Don't do that to me.
And instead of Fields this year, they drafted
somebody,
Devonta Smith or something.
Yeah, Devonta. Yeah,
just like
that didn't even come close. Like.
That was a bad throw.
That was a rough throw to watch.
See, that's what I'm going with Houston as a lone thing. Just because over 17.5 is almost impossible. Because you could be up 24-0 and then just give up a garbage touchdown, or be up 31-0 and give up a couple garbage scores late.
Which is why I'm taking Detroit's cover, and you're taking the Rams, huh? 15.5.
Yeah, they don't let up.
Goff is the Jalen Hurts of Detroit.
Can we silence the stupidness that I'm hearing, but this week about Matthew Stafford revenge narrative?
What revenge?
Your revenge for what? You should be sending them a gift.
Thank
basket.
You. Yeah. It's a fucking present.
Out of Detroit. Same thing with the Arizona for Hopkins. Again, he'd much rather be in Arizona. They should both be sending gifts.
And DeAndre wanted out. He didn't like Bill O'Brien for years.
And the funniest thing to me about narratives is I feel like a lot of narratives are made after the game happens. And Matt Stafford, there's like 5 touchdowns. Like, oh, he wanted revenge. He wanted to show Detroit what they're missing. Or he doesn't throw it all, and they're just like, yeah, he took it easy on his old team out of respect. He let up at the end of the fourth quarter. He didn't want to rub their noses in it. I feel like you can do it either way.
He doesn't. Stafford doesn't pick the fucking play.
No, I know, but I'm saying like that's how narratives work in sports.
Yeah,
like you can always find it. Like
a writer's gonna have something to write up after the
player hits a home run after his dad dies, and they're like, "Oh, he played special for his father. He plays bad. He's heartbroken. Couldn't play. He struck out every time because his mind was on. You know,
he couldn't focus on the game. He rose above.
You could spend any way you want." Like when Romo, when they were winning, it was like, oh, Jessica Simpson and their love is like powering through. Then when he wasn't losing, they were like, oh, he's distracted.
He's not focusing on the game. He's too worried about getting his dick wet.
Yeah. And you know who's worried about getting their penis wet in the NFL? All of them.
All of them. Urban Meyer.
Even Nassib, who's the gay guy, he wants to get it wet.
I bet Nassib, yeah. I bet
different person doing it, but it's same end goal.
Someone's slopping on a knob. Either way.
He wants a hole. Okay.
Brown or white?
Show I was watching, but somebody asked. I think it might have been Tyga. They asked him if he had been caught cheating on Kylie Jenner with a transvestite, and people asked him what he was sexually into, and he just said holes.
I mean,
just no classification beyond that. Just like holes.
I don't think I honestly don't know if I could handle fame. It's in Bill Burr has brought it up in comedy bits, and it's just like, oh, Tiger Woods gave it up to these whores, these sluts, and it's just like, it wasn't just her. Every golf event, there's these milfs and these sluts that are just throwing it. Eventually, one day, you're gonna get a hit at a weak moment.
Yeah.
And Lord knows, Tiger has an affinity for pills and shit, so he's already altered.
I like there's a Tosh joke about that, about cheating on his girlfriend, and he's like, she's like, really? You choose that whore over me? And he's like, no. It's not you versus whore. He's like, it's you versus all of the whores. He's like, you're a mighty Spartan warrior, but there's all these Persian whores that will eventually kill her.
It's 100 to 1. Sorry, babe. I don't think I would do well with fame just because.
And I'm drunk and I'm horny, and you are 3,000 miles from me, and there are these two 22-year-old girls right here, right now, who both said they can go back to my room and have some fun.
I want to cuddle, babe, but you're not here. So, in the meantime, if you want these checks to keep clearing.
Well, that's just funny about, I lived in Indy, and obviously, everyone loved Peyton. Just Peyton. What a saint.
I still love Peyton.
He owns a hotel room in Indianapolis. Owns it.
Do tell.
He owned a hotel room.
Like a Hyatt or a Super 8?
Just like a hotel
Motel
room.
6?
Not a hotel.
Just a room.
That he would meet up with women at. And then years later, after it kind of became common knowledge, his wife came out and said, well, we have an open relationship. No, you do not. This is before open relationships are cool. This was, I'd like that, as you said, I'd like these checks to keep working. So I guess what Peyton does is what Peyton does.
You just broke my soul a little bit there, Bubba.
And the funny thing is, there's my favorite Indianapolis Colt story, that was Marvin Harrison. And
Isn't he a super Bible thumper?
Yes.
Supposedly, right?
No, the whole Colts team was, but they all had their issues. Marvin Harrison. Sorry. Someone was shot at a bar that Marvin Harrison owned. Right?
Okay.
And it was in the news.
Yeah. I'm just
Marvin
curious about that shitty fucking.
Marvin Harrison was present on this night.
Mm-hmm.
And was deemed innocent. However, the person was shot with a gun. A rare gun. A rare, gun from, the 1600s. There are 3 of them in the world. 2 of them are in museums in France.
The other one.
The other one is owned by Marvin Harrison. It was found at the bar that night in a bucket with Marvin Harrison's fingerprints on it. But he did not do it, okay? But I'm just like, guys, that's not great.
I'd like to
say, got in trouble.
I say, today, it is crazy how different the landscape is about bringing these athletes to justice.
Oh yeah, do you remember the Pacers, Malice at the Palace?
Have you watched the Netflix doc on it?
I had to. I was from Indiana.
It's on my list. I really want to watch it.
It was good.
I did watch several small snippets of interviews from the Indiana Pacers, and it's just you guys all portrayed us as these evil people going to the stands. And then Jermaine O'Neal talked about how everybody threw stuff at us and was yelling at us, calling us all this stuff. We didn't throw the first punch, make the first move of anything. I would like to know more, so I do need to watch that.
So there's not much more. I would say that's the biggest flaw in the documentary. You don't learn a lot.
It really fits the narrative that was previously said by sports.
Yeah, and here's the thing. it gives a little bit of backdrop about what brewed, like why it brewed the way it brewed, but it didn't.
Man, Chipotle's commercial was on point. That made me want some fucking Chipotle.
But then Ron Artest just lost it. I mean, that's
He also has well-documented psych issues.
yeah, he's just crazy.
He's
not in a
Dennis
good place.
Rodman 10 years later.
Less stable than Dennis.
With anger, yes.
No, yeah, less stable. Like, I'm not saying he did. They both have their own mental illnesses.
Yeah.
But Ron Artest wasn't stable. He was like a bomb ready to go off.
Always.
To where Dennis was just crazy.
Yeah, so like
He was more just like, I'm wearing a
He
suit
had
made
like
out
an
of kid
ADHD
fur.
mix
like,
with
just
him.
like crazy stuff. Like
I have to go to Vegas. I have to go, and
my
I'm
hair's
gonna
purple.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm gonna pierce my nose and like just random.
I'm gonna
stuff.
marry Carmen Electra and pose and play girl.
I'm best friends with Kim Jong Un. Like he's just weird. He's just a weird guy. To where Ron Artest was actually like just an unstable person.
Truly just wired different, I think, is Dennis Rodman's thing.
Yeah, he's just weird.
Artest, I think, has like some bipolar manic
He
episodes.
has anger management issues and doesn't have control over his emotions.
All right, so you keep deterring me here.
But sorry, real quick about the Mouse of the Palace. Shortly after we had to start cleaning house with those players, Jamal Tinsley, like him and I forget who else, like beat up some mentally handicapped person at a bar or something. And it's just like, guys, like you imagine if that happened now.
doing some time.
Russell Westbrook was at a bar and beat the crap out of a mentally challenged person. That's not good.
That wouldn't fly.
Like,
Even at Westbrook's peak in Oklahoma, I don't think would have flown. Well, maybe that's a pretty redneck area.
but it just doesn't fly now.
No. Speaking of Westbrook, NBA season just opened up. Did you do your daily fantasy shit on there?
Yeah. It's not gone great so far.
Where do you predict the Los Angeles Lakers to be come playoff time?
Come playoff time, like what seed?
Yeah. I see him
They're
as
in.
I see him as a 6 seed.
6? No, like 3, 2.
I don't think their bodies are going to hold up. Average age on the team is 31 years old.
That's true.
Melo looks weak.
I'm with all that. To be honest, I
It's
think
the rest of the division that you think is not going to stop them from getting third.
Well, I just think
Or rigged.
their star power can just beat mediocre teams, even without trying that hard. And here's the thing. I think
I'll succeed. You're right. I think 4.
I think the interesting thing is I think Russell Westbrook was signed for a different reason than everyone thinks. I think everyone's like, oh, they wanted that third superstar, blah, blah, blah. I think he's just the regular season battery pack.
He's going to be the superstar. I think he's going to be the regular season MVP for the Lakers.
I think he's there
He
to
is an
run it.
Energizer Bunny. He doesn't stop.
He's there to run it, run the offense, and do all that stuff. So LeBron and Anthony Davis can be healthy come playoff time.
Yeah,
They don't have
he's
to play.
He's a living triple double.
And they don't have to play 36 minutes a night to get to the playoffs. They can play their 32. Russell Westbrook can muscle into the playoffs, and then come playoff time,
LeBron execute.
They've had figured out how to play together somewhat, and LeBron and AD will take over, and LeBron will be rested.
I think they lose in the finals again. I think Brooklyn's going to fall apart now because Kyrie's going to end up retiring.
Dude, that's a mess.
I felt so bad for the Bucks to go like ESPN's rankings. They put the Bucks at 2, Brooklyn at 1. Like the Bucks beat Brooklyn. Like how disrespectful can you be to the returning champion?
There was no Kyrie.
There wasn't a Kyrie then. There's no Kyrie now.
Well, there's no Kevin Durant for part of the series too.
The last game and a half.
Well, at the beginning he came in later, I think, and then Harden was like 50%.
I
So
don't
like they were
think-
pretty dinged up.
I think Harden's going to go down this season because now that they changed the rule of jumping into players. I fucking hate watching Harden, but I think Harden is bad for the NBA. Back to football. We keep detracting. That's my fault. I detoured us. So I took Detroit. You took the Rams. Cardinals. Texans. You took Houston. I kind of have to go Houston here. That's a lot of points, and I think that's just money on the
It's either
table.
a 4-score difference or 3 touchdowns. I mean, that's steep.
Raiders.
No, in real life, I wouldn't bet any of these big spreads.
No, it's dumb money.
Just stay away from those.
With the spread defenses and everything nowadays,
Unless you
can't.
just want to go crazy and bet like what's the money line on Detroit to just win? Plus what?
210.
Oh, it's got to be more.
Oh, never mind. 700.
Yeah, so like you bet $10 on them to win, you cash $70. That's not worth it. I don't think that they win 1 out of 8 times they play, or 1 out of 7 times they play. It's 7-1 odds. I don't think they win 1 out of 7 times. So I wouldn't even be tempted by that money line pick there.
I probably would only take 1 out of 12.
Yeah, it's.
And then Eagles at the 3-point favorite, Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm gonna go Philly to win.
That's a tough fucking game.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff feels the heat that they're going to lose their jobs.
I'll take Las Vegas.
And they're going to actually give the football to Miles Sanders this week. They're going to let him touch it, and they're going to win. And then they're going to win this game, and they're going to go right back to giving him like 5 carries a game.
I don't think they'll win. I think Las Vegas is going to eat up. What's his name?
Hurts.
Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts is going to get beat up quite a bit by Mason Crosby. Or Max Crosby. Mason Crosby's the fucking
kicker.
Has a rough week last week.
Destroy Hurts.
He's going to eat him alive. Tiny little guy. Let's see, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Bears, or at Tampa. I really wish I was going to that game because it's only like an hour and 27-minute drive from here to Tampa. I won't be because I have family photos at 11.
I thought that was on Saturday.
Yep. Them too. Oh, no, sorry. It's a pageant.
Oh.
That's right. Family photos on Saturday. Us to go to the fair Saturday early afternoon, 11 o'clock into the afternoon. Sunday, son and daughter have a pageant.
Well, thanks
Starting
to
at
anybody,
11.
that's probably not a great game to go to as your first NFL game, to watch your team play the Tom Brady-led Buccaneers.
Tom Brady-led
Tampa.
Buccaneers was playing last year, too, and the Bears won.
In Tampa?
They were in Chicago, I realize.
And
in prime time.
And that was before.
Confused-ass Tom Brady didn't even know it was fourth down.
They put it all together, though. That was before Antonio Brown is the Antonio Brown of 2016.
The last sack given up by Tristan Wirfs, the right tackle, was against Khalil Mack. I think he gives up another fucking sack.
Yeah, he might. But Tampa Bay is just, and like, it just wouldn't, it's not as fun. It's not as fun going to an NFL team on the road, NFL game on the road. Coming from somebody who's been to a lot of NFL games now. And I will say it is the closest to like watching it on TV. As far as the thing is, there are pros to watching it on TV versus watching it at the game.
There's a lot of pros.
But to where like in baseball, it's way better to be there.
It's purely about the environment of people you're with at a baseball game.
And like basketball, it's more fun to be there.
Hockey, more fun to be there. So I'm told. I'm going to go to a Lightning game this year, so we're going to have to talk about that.
But football is more fun at a home game because you can feel the energy around you and stuff. But
Tailgating starts at like 9:30 in the morning.
Like in a road game. Especially because I went to a road game in Cincy once. And like interdivisional, like that's not fun. Like you're just in a hostile area. It's not.
I'm still going to take Chicago. Not to win, to cover.
Okay.
I was watching the Irish Bears show last night. There was a few NBC writers on there, and I talked to them afterwards on Twitter. The defense, I think, is going to help them hold back the Buccaneers enough to cover. I think this is the first week the Bears top 30 points. They did not agree with me on that. But the Bucs are going to score 37. I say 37-30. I said 37-31, so that was my prediction.
Okay.
Bucks win 37-31. Just pure passing in there. So I think
38-13.
Oh,
I know. I don't want that.
you know what? Get you in your fucking Lambert jersey out of here.
No, I just.
Oh, he looked like Baker right there.
Yeah, their passing defense isn't good. So if it all depends on what Justin Fields does. If he connects, he had like 200. Did you see that Allen Robinson had like 251 air yards last week? Like as far as targeted downfield, like 251 total yards of. That is so many. I mean, he didn't convert them, but like the fact that he even looked at him is insane.
It's getting there, man.
Ernest.
The fucking
That's Felton Jr.
running back. Felton, what is this? His third year?
I don't know. I'm not.
The Browns are like the Bears with
I'm
more
not privy
skill.
to the fourth string running back on the Cleveland
Fair.
Browns and how long he's been in the league. I know his name.
The Colts are at the 4.5-point favorite 49ers. This is my lock. I'm taking Indy to win. This is like my lock of the week. I don't like San Francisco. I don't think Trey deals well with the defensive Indy. I think Darius Leonard is going to be fucking everywhere, and Trey's going to get eaten alive.
Give me San Fran, I guess. I don't know why Vegas likes him so much every week. Every week I look at the San Francisco spread and I'm like, wow, that's a lot.
I forgot to mark down a fucking lock of the week of last week. But I starred mine right now, so
No, it was for me it was Arizona.
I didn't mark it.
It was Arizona money line. Right? They played Cleveland? Or was that not last week?
You did. I didn't mark it. But you're right. Now that you bring it.
I said that was my lock, was the upset, air quotes, of the undefeated team winning. That was my upset pick of the week, was the undefeated team stays undefeated. You know, that one. But you know what? I put my money where my mouth is. I put money on Arizona to win that game money line.
There you go.
I had a friend.
How did you do that?
I had a friend in Indiana who
skirting the laws.
asked my advice on what we should do. I suggested he put money, so I didn't actually give him money. I would have just owed him money had they have lost, which they didn't. So then he Venmoed me my winnings.
It's a heavy suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I got a little reward for the suggestion, right?
Monday night game. 4.5-point favorite Saints at Seattle.
Saints. Know what? No. Seattle.
That's a tough game. 4.5, man. If it was 3, I still know. Michael Thomas back yet?
No. Couple more weeks.
Seattle. I don't think the scheme of the Saints with Sean Payton is going to get it done.
So star Philly for me. That's going to be my super special money line bet of the week. My upset money line bet. If sports betting becomes legal, I promise to do my teasers. Do my teaser bet each week. Love doing it. This would have been a not very good week because the spreads are so big.
Yeah, it's really.
Because even if you tease them 7 points, and I never want to tease them more than that. What do you, Cardinals 10.5? That doesn't feel like a gimme. That's the thing. It's like that's what you want. You want it to feel like a gimme. Like Packers, like would be if you tease them down to they have to win by half, 7 points. Like that's wonderful.
These kind of spreads, I don't think were prevalent when we were younger. A few years ago, because the disparity between the good and the bad, I don't think was this great. So when Matt was here, we talked about best stadium food. So I think it's a topic we could run through quick as the first half runs down. Best stadium food.
We talked about this some last week.
Right.
You like a hot dog. I like the cheap nachos. If I can get like in a baseball game, get the helmet nachos, or they give you a helmet and just fill it. I'm into quantity at a game. I want a snack.
Would you say that a pizza is something you'd ever get there?
No, absolutely.
That's
not.
where I knew we were friends for a
I've
reason.
had them inevitably from being a child and going to sporting events, but they're never good.
It's like a fucking Jack's pizza sitting in a little.
Even the Reds game, they have La Rosa's, which is like a real local pizza place. Never get it. I just don't.
Is it dried out and just?
I just don't eat meals at games very often. Like a baseball game starts at 7. You eat before you go.
I'm big on finger foods.
Yeah, that's like I've already eaten by the time I get there.
Oh, yeah, so like when it peanuts, like I'm a big.
Yeah, peanuts are the best.
I don't even really like peanuts, but if it's something to fidget with and enjoy,
I get popcorn at sporting events a lot.
Oh, I do love popcorn.
I don't even like popcorn.
You don't?
I like peanuts. They were opposite. Like popcorn. Like I went into a movie theater yesterday at the mall. I was walking at the mall and I wanted to walk in.
PC?
Yeah, because I'd not been to a movie theater in a long time, so I walked in and I smelled the movie theater popcorn. It is one of the best smells
on the planet.
It's so great.
So same reason that's my favorite jelly bean is buttered popcorn for that reason.
Absolutely not. So the funny thing, it's one of the worst ones.
Everyone fucking hates it.
It's so bad.
I would eat a bag of buttered popcorn jelly.
I might prefer licorice. I probably do. And I'm
black
not a
licorice?
Yeah, and
Oh my God.
And I'm not a guy who likes that, but I think I would just prefer it. Just be like, give me my Jaeger gummy or my Jaeger jelly.
Yeah, my Jaeger jelly.
No.
God, that's the same reason I don't like Jaeger.
Yeah, Jaeger's gross, and I don't like Red Bull or Jaeger. And so when I'm back in my Jaeger days, people buy Jaeger bombs. Like, there's nothing here for me. Alcohol is the only redeeming factor in this.
I'm working on a buzz. That's it.
If there was no alcohol in these, this would be the worst drink on the planet. But
so you got
the popcorn. I love the smell. I didn't buy any because here's the thing. I love the smell. The taste of movie theater popcorn is okay to me. Like, it's good, but it's not as good as the smell. The smell is so much better than the taste, and it makes my stomach hurt. Just the amount of butter.
The only reason
it hurts my stomach. It like tears it apart. But the smell is amazing.
I'm not sure you could be more fucking wrong. The only reason my stomach hurts with movie theater popcorn is because I ate 2 large buckets.
Next week, I'm just going to come over here with a bucket of movie theater popcorn and just set it down right here.
So right before school started.
I used to do that for my mom.
Bring her home one?
When I was in high school,
yeah.
that was her favorite thing in the world. So I would stop by and buy a thing of movie theater popcorn. And just
my whole life growing up, I would eat a bucket, and on the way out, I'd hit him for the refill.
Yep. I used to eat buckets with my friends or whatever, and I'd buy it, and then I'd get the refill at the home and bring it to my mom because that's what she likes.
I used to show up early before the movie trivia even started. They're still cleaning up from the previous showing. Eat my popcorn, watch the previews, finish a large fucking popcorn, and refill it before the movie started. I love movie theater popcorn. Before Savannah started school. Let's go pick out some outfits. Let's go pick out some shoes. First thing, hey, let's hit up the Regal 16. Let's get popcorn. Sounds real good right now. So while Jax was sleeping in the little baby, the trolley. What the fuck is the car? Stroller. While he was sleeping.
I couldn't even come up with stroller because that was such an easy word that my brain didn't go there to help you.
So while Jackson was sleeping in his fucking stroller, I put the canopy up on the stroller so I could put a large popcorn and eat it while we just wandered through the mall.
There you go.
If you brought me popcorn, I would be in your debt. That's sad. That's easy. I love popcorn. There's probably
and the scary thing for you
15
is
bags of
movie
popcorn.
theaters are dying.
I know that is sad.
What are they gonna do with movie theater popcorn? Because it's not going away.
I will honestly buy a popper, or like a cart.
Because I'm saying it's not going away. Movie theater popcorn. It'll just go somewhere else. Like Publix will just slap it up there.
I do love Publix popcorn. The problem is, lackadaisical employees will pop it, leave it in the container, and while it sits there waiting to be bagged, let it get stale.
And what you need to do though is if you're like a Publix and you do that, you have to have the station But then you have to have a butter station.
I mean, if they do
at
that,
the theater, like you have, because that's where it's at. That's why.
if I knew where to get liquid butter to pour on hot popcorn, I would probably do that too.
You never had it at home? You can
A
do
liquid
that.
butter station? I have thrown sticks of butter on a pan and poured it on the fridge.
No. I've had movie theater popcorn butter, like the little yellow butter in a container that you dump on your popcorn that you pop at home.
I'm interested. I'm into it.
It's good.
I think during this conversation, I have switched my thing. I'm a popcorn. It's hot dogs and popcorn.
See, like movie theater, I can do stadium popcorn.
Because it's so light and airy.
It's salty,
Yeah.
but it's not the butter. The butter, I think, is what tears my stomach apart.
It's the salt and fresh crunch. It's like a fresh potato chip.
But that's what I like about movie theater popcorn is the butter. But that's what hurts.
Go light butter.
It hurts so
The
good.
problem is
But the
when
problem
they
is
try to
heavy
make
butter hurts so good.
they've made it so convenient for patrons. I've been to several movie
Usually,
theaters.
I don't even butter it myself. They just butter it for you, and that's too much.
I've been to so many theaters where it's like there is a pump.
I know, and then you're just
So,
like,
like, I'll,
then you
like-
have your little popcorn cereal.
Yeah, let me get my straw so I can shove it on this nozzle, pump it, and move the straw down so I can.
And then you have to get a spoon to eat your popcorn cereal that you now have in your.
How do you-
Speaking of, remember when we talked about cereals
Yep.
last week?
I've been eating cereal bars.
Friday night
Reese's
for
Puff
dinner.
cereal bars and Lucky Charms bars.
Friday night for dinner, I had 2.5 bowls of Cheerios.
Not Basic Four?
Cheerios, not just Cheerios, not Honey Nut, any of that, in a bowl of oat milk.
And oat milk.
So it was like the healthiest bowl of cereal I've ever had. But you know what? It was good because I haven't had cereal in so long. It was still cereal.
I walked down the aisle today to think about what I would like. I think
Reese's
next.
Puffs. That's the play.
They're fucking.
They're just good. They come out with all the new ones, but like Reese's Puffs, like I really like Reese's Puffs. I really like the Fruity Pebble type things too. Just sugar, sign me up. But
The problem is it's such an oversaturated market now. Everyone wants to make their own. There's Girl Scout cereals.
I'm
still
sure they're
love
amazing.
Oreo.
I'm sure they're all amazing. That's the fun thing about cereals.
I
is
can't
they're
eat,
all good.
but I can't eat 20 bowls of cereal a
No,
day.
you can. That's the thing that's also awesome about cereal. It will never fill you up. you
The
can eat it all day.
just passes through because you chew it up so much it just turns into urine.
And the fat deposits that your body stores from it, but that's beside the point.
You know, now that I see that this tastemaker thing, I see all these colors. You're right. Reese's Puffs is the play. I think we both agree that's the best cereal on the
Here's the
planet.
thing: the Tastemaker Pizza Hut. What would be your go-to You get 3 toppings:
Sausage, pepperoni, and onion.
sausage, pepperoni, and onion. It's close to mine actually. I would go pepperoni, onion, and bacon. Bacon is my favorite pizza topping. If I get a one-topping pizza,
That's my second.
if I get a one-topping pizza, it's bacon. Have you ever had bacon pizza?
My whole life, I have.
It's fantastic.
I enjoy it.
every time.
The problem is I don't know who made the bacon, what type of bacon it is. I've become quite a snob.
It's called
because
crispy
I've,
bacon.
I've gone to the butcher so many times. I would like to know the quality of the bacon.
Here's the thing: it's not quality. Neither is your pepperoni or your sausage. It's trash. Just eat your crumb bacon, Taco Bell level bacon, and be happy.
So the reason my topping choices changed, I fry my own bacon at home. For even pizzas, the frozen pizzas that are in my freezer, I don't care if bacon's on it. I have sausage lovers pizzas. I have meat lovers pizzas. I fry my bacon myself. Let it cool down. I put it on there before I put it in the oven. Sausage is my most necessary ingredient because I can't make a good Italian sausage that belongs on a pizza.
Sausage is interesting to me because I like the Italians. Like certain, like plain old sausage is fine, but like whenever you get like the ones that they grind up real little, it has a little spice to it. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ground
I do.
sausage.
I do.
That's better
So
than the pieces of sausage.
I have found the secret ingredient to make the sausage the best. It also incorporates with a sauce. It's fennel. Fresh fennel.
Yep.
And fennel seed.
And that's what they put in the little ground.
You know what?
One.
I'm going to order it right now. The pizza from my hometown. Do you like thin crust?
Yeah, thin crust is my second favorite crust. behind stuffed crust.
I have to, from my hometown, it's from Beloit, Wisconsin. Tilly's Ballyhoo. It's my favorite pizza. We ordered it for special for family because we're all from there. So everyone that's down here, we order it. You have to get it shipped to you.
Wait, let me see if I can get Pizza King shipped.
We can flip it.
Wouldn't
Absolutely.
that be a fun night? We both take our hometown place and then.
I'm gonna text the wife because she's the one that's got her credit card info on the account.
But that'd be awesome. We could both get our pizzas down here.
So ours gets shipped.
Pizza.
You have to order 5 mediums. So $100. They come freeze dried with dry ice, and we just put them in the freezer and we eat them up. It's my favorite pizza on the planet. Nothing tastes like it. What's the name of your place? Zachariah. What's the name of it?
Pizza King.
So I'm going to text Nicole. This is terrible for the show.
I should have stopped. But
no,
yeah.
you can go ahead because I'm like that one out.
I'll look later and maybe we can get Pizza King delivered here. That'd be pretty awesome.
I know we can. Because about 2 years ago they announced on their Facebook page they're going to try shipping because everyone that's in Wisconsin and leaves still wants that food. I went back home so I could eat my favorite foods from home.
Yeah.
And then talked about it. I was in on it with them, and they's like, "Oh, we're gonna start shipping it." I was like, "All right." So over the last 2 years, I've probably had 40 pizzas delivered to my front door from Tilly's Ballyhoo. So Tilly's Ballyhoo. I remember being devastated. They sold their old restaurant and everything. They moved their pizza oven to the new building and everything. It's like, oh no, it's never going to be the same. No, it will. Same pizza stone. Let me text Nicole.
Yeah, I like pizza a lot. Pizza is awesome. Pizza, we were talking about this last time when we weren't on the show. I think pizza is the one food that
can unite all cultures.
Well, the best pizza places are never chains.
Correct.
Like the main chains, Pizza Hut. Like even if you like Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, I like Papa John's. Okay, I don't like Domino's. I like Pizza Hut. They're not the best pizza. No one thinks. Rarely do you ask someone who is their favorite pizza, and it's one of those. And if it is one of those, I don't respect you.
Yeah, you know
as
what?
a pizza connoisseur,
That's actually really funny. I had a patient just yesterday. Their favorite pizza is Pizza Hut, and they've said how much better they've gotten over time.
The pizza has gotten a lot better, and it's good. But here's the problem: it's not the best because Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Papa John's try to present a neutral pizza that everyone will like. So it's not taking any stances. Like when you go to like a Ma and Pa's pizza place, they're like, we have a signature thin crust, or we have this thick crust, and our sausage is a little different. We have this is our specialty sauce that's spicy, or this is our sauce. It's sweeter than normal. It's thicker. It's thinner. Papa John's is like, no.
This is the can.
No, they're like, this is pizza. Like no one is upset. Like Papa John's, I think, does it really well.
It will be delivered.
No one's upset with Papa John's. No one's like, this is gross. It's just kind of there. It's like a pizza.
And then the thing about Papa John's, they have the garlic butter sauce and the pepperoni.
Yeah, it's like DiGiorno's for frozen pizzas. It's just a pizza. They didn't take any stances with it. They just threw some bread on there, threw some sauce on there, threw some toppings. They didn't do anything different.
Speaking of frozen pizzas, so one of the saddest things happened about a year and a half ago.
What's your favorite frozen pizza?
Primo Spicy Italian. It's not in circulation anymore.
Okay.
About a year and a half ago, it was at Publix. all the time. It was never an issue. We used to keep 3 or 4 in the freezer at all times, and then it got rarer and rarer and rarer, and then Publix no longer stocked it. So then we checked local. Winn-Dixie, they had it. They had it. 6 months, gone. Primo branded spicy Italian pizza had the closest sauce and fennel sausage to Tilly's. Now we order Tilly's.
So here's my thing. I think my favorite frozen pizza.
Red Baron.
Totino's.
You fucking savage.
$1.
I can't fucking trust
nowadays.
you for anything now. You fucking ruined it.
No, here's the play. So
It's not a play. It just means that you have bad taste.
No, it's called I didn't have money. But here's the thing. You break your pizza.
How much are you in pizza rolls then?
What? They're good.
I love a pizza roll.
They're pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, you break your pizza. You put it in on the tray.
You break it before you put it in?
Yes, because here's the part. So you break it into pieces. Don't cut it, just break it. All of the little crumb things that fall off, the little pieces, you put those on top. So those are your little crispies. And then you overcook it. So then it's like just a crispy thing. It's not like real pizza. I'm not saying that. But like the only reason it was my favorite is because I'm factoring in price. Like for $1.30, I like the taste of it.
If you factor in price, that's not your favorite then.
No, okay, because DiGiorno's like $9. Like order Pizza Hut for cheaper.
All right, hold on. Because this is a huge thing, and I didn't realize it was. This has come several times in my life. Do you doctor up your pizza at all before you put it in the oven, or do you just like open the bag and throw it in?
Depends on the kind. Like obviously the Totino's, like I said, it's a whole thing.
No. Do you doctor your pizza with toppings, seasonings, herbs, spices before you put it in the oven? There's not a price thing. It's a you do or you don't. It really is.
Not when I eat alone. When I eat with my wife, I'll get the pizza I want, and then I'll put green peppers on her side.
So maybe you are the exception. So,
but very rarely do I do it.
I have never once in my adult life put a frozen pizza into the oven without having put some meat, salt, herb, spice,
just
deli meat in.
It in.
Never. I did not really. My mom taught me that. Like they're making it for the masses. Make it for you.
I'm also a savage though. I will never put it directly on the rack. Like you're supposed to on every single pizza.
I have a pizza pan.
I just throw it on my pan. It's easier to grab out.
What do you put it on?
Cookie sheet most of the time.
Oh my god. Do you even like fucking pizza?
Not frozen pizza, particularly. No.
Golly.
Here's my thing. If I'm gonna eat frozen pizza, that Primo pizza.
You're eating food to live, not enjoy.
No. I'm talking about Primo pizza. How much was that for a pizza?
$6.99.
Yeah, it's same price to get it at Pizza Hut, and I don't have to cook it.
I can stay home and doctor it my way. I don't particularly like Pizza Hut sauce. I hate how greasy their crust is. Their
Little
cheese
Caesars,
is
it's like $6.
It's a 40-minute drive to a Little Caesars.
Oh, not for me. But to me, like I would rather like my favorite frozen pizzas are honestly the ones that aren't actually technically frozen. They're refrigerated pizzas.
Like Papa Murphy's?
Yeah, but like the ones you can buy like at Publix or the ones at Aldi are really good. The Mama Kazi's refrigerated pizza. It's like 16 inches. Like that's the way I like to be.
Okay, so there's a pizza debacle. This is a real Pizzagate. Fuck the Republicans talking about the New Jersey pizza shop. This is a real Pizzagate. God
right, so
bless it.
Thin crust is your favorite then?
It became my favorite. Every year I've gotten older, the more I want to eat my pizza on a fucking piece of pizza.
See, the funny thing is, traditional crust is my least favorite.
Like, I'm from 50 minutes outside of Chicago. Like, I'm 50 minutes from Chicago. Deep dish, that's a casserole. I'm not. That's not my.
I like deep dish pizza.
I don't. If it's fork and knife, it's not pizza.
No. See, I don't like the regular Chicago pizza, like Geno's and stuff. Like, I don't like that where it's drowning in sauce. But there's a place in Indiana called Chicago's Pizza that it wasn't really like Chicago style.
So it's
like,
a saucy thick crust?
It was basically just like a regular pizza on thick crust. And so it was good because it's just more bread. So
Sometimes
like,
I do like a thick crust.
Yeah. So like I like pan pizzas. That's the way to
Yes,
say it.
that's my favorite. Sicilian style.
Yeah, a pan pizza, not a Chicago style.
But
so
do you not like
far
a
as-
crispy crust then? Because if you
I do. See, that's the thing is,
so why do you put it on a fucking pizza, a cookie sheet?
I just cook the snot out of it. But here's the thing.
God.
My least favorite crust is traditional. Like I prefer.
So the thing you
thin
don't
and
like,
crispy. I prefer.
super thick.
I prefer the thick crust. I prefer stuffed crust. I even prefer a stromboli.
Oh,
like
don't you?
traditional-
Fuck yeah, I love a stromboli. So what you're saying is, you either want like full blown Olive Garden breadstick around it, so you can dip it and like use that as a piece of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Like if your crust either be like a breadstick
Yeah.
or crunchy. One
So
of the two things that your
I either
crust
want
is either
zero
crunchy-
crust or a fucking full blown breadstick.
Exactly.
I'm with you. So that's the reason like Pizza Hut, Papa John's, like they're all tweeners. Mm-hmm. But I will make a super fucking thin crust pizza, and I'll fucking knock your socks off. I always have fresh deli meat, fresh bacon, and you onions in your top three. So
Yeah.
me and you, we can eat some fucking pizza. I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna find out which.
And I gotta figure that out about Pizza King. But my favorite way to eat Pizza King pizza was I would get my favorite now as an adult. I never got it as a kid because Pizza King was expensive, and we always just got the sausage and pepperoni because they kept it kind of cheap. But they do feasts there, and I like their meat feast. It's sausage, pepperoni, bacon, and then they put ham on it.
Have you had Hunger House down here?
But Pizza King's weird. It's like this, and then it's cut into squares, little squares instead of.
That's party slices. That's how they're supposed to be sliced. I do not do slices.
Okay. But I'm saying they're little though. The pieces
Oh.
are. But it's delicious. And what I like to do is I would take nacho cheese. And
Okay,
put
I get
that
that.
on top of my pizza, and then
So turn your mic a little bit. Just the whole thing. How do I cut my pizzas?
Squares.
Tiny little squares. Tilly's stuff. He's talking about, oh, the weird thing about it is they do tiny little squares. Like, I never
that's why I do pizza.
ever cut fucking slices. No triangles. Party squares.
Yeah.
We're talking about favorite pizzas. And our toppings are pretty close.
But see, I always like to put nacho cheese on mine, and then put Parmesan cheese on top of that.
I'm fine with that,
And
too.
And then like that's what I like to do, or just red pepper flakes, depending on which type of pizza it is.
I'm-
But either drown it in cheese or put red pepper flakes.
Well, this is the end of ours because we have actually spent the last 20 minutes talking about fucking pizza. That's why I sent you a message to say it now. Tilly's Pizza ordered. I can't because I don't. Every time I've tried to do it, it didn't work.
And I'm gonna try to order my pizza from my hometown, and we'll get it set up here.
Without me,
Down here.
you'll never have Tilly's pizza again.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
This has been
it's
this has
cycle.
been the
She's got
On-Call
control. We talked about
podcast.
TV
Someone wants to
earlier.
get
You're
a.
about to get beat. Down.
She wants to feel like she's
He can
contributing.
never leave. He'll feel like he can never leave her now.
Now I'll call it during business hours. Forget it. Party squares. I don't even. I can't. Except. You know what? Really, I can't tell you the last time I had a pizza cut into regular slices.
But you know what's weird about?
I didn't even count them.
You know what's
they're
weird?
not. They're not even in my top 5.
You know what's weird about pizza though?
They're good though.
You get a
It's the.
box which is square. You put a circle pizza in it, and then you cut them into little triangles.
Speak for yourself. I cut into whatever
But I'm
I
saying
can.
that's what most pizza places do. Like we
Yep.
can't stick with a shape.
Yeah, Sheldon Cooper taught me that.
I didn't watch Big Bang.
Really? You know what? People shit on it a lot, but man, we've watched that whole series like 7 times. It's a great mind number. Like you don't have to pay attention to it, and you can be in the loop. So this has been the On-Call podcast. The pizza went way further than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Zach has to get up super early because he's a case manager, social worker, taking care of kids.
Yeah.
I've had a good fucking time. I'm going to order it. If she won't do it, if she won't do it, whatever, I'll make sure for the next episode of this show, you will have tasted a Tilly's Ballyhoo pizza.
See, ideally, next episode, we'll have both pizzas and we can, on the screen, have them sitting out here. And we can
That's even better. So if you can't get yours, you can only taste mine, and then I'm going to win.
No, I think we are going to win. Doesn't matter which one's better, because I like mine a lot. If yours is better, even better.
We all win then.
That's what I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter whose is better, because I love mine. So if I like yours better, then I have two pizzas that I now love in front of my face. Then. It's not crispy, though. It's a very different type of pizza. There's no crust. That's a weird... Like, there's just none. Non-existent. Not, like, as far as, like, the wraparound crust.
There's not really crust on Chili's either.
There is a zero crust.
It ends. The crust just...
Whatever
just goes until it
overflows is kind of what it is. So this has been the On-Call.
Interested in being a sponsor or want to be on the show? Drop us an email at oncallpod@gmail.com. For more info, go to oncallpod.com.